Yo, Franken fam, so you might not know this, but I have a little bit of an eBay problem. I sure love me my eBays, and I fairly frequently spend too much money on the eBays. I like to buy antique clubs. I know you could have guessed it, but I love it. I love to buy antique clubs. As such, I have a box of what I think is antique clubs right here. I figured, hey, let's have some fun. Let's do an unboxing video of these antique clubs. I don't know why I haven't been doing this through this addiction, because that would have been some good content, but hey, better late than never, as they say. So, I got this big ass box. I think I know which clubs are in it, but hey, you never know when it comes to getting things shipped. So I'm going to open this bad boy up, and we will see what kind of clubs we're working with. Luckily, I have a little knife with me. I am in one of the offices that I have access to. Luckily, I'm currently at Readiness Fitness. It is the fitness facility I got my training start at. This is me rambling while I open the box, killing time. Should have been more prepped. I'm new to the unboxing thing. This is only like the second thing I've done an unboxing video for. And this box is, let's just call it well packed, shall we? Well packed. Alright, making progress. Whew. Good thing we got good knives here in Canada. Knife laws are weird in Canada, if you didn't know. I don't know if people know that out there. We have really weird knife laws. I like knives, which is why I know we have really weird knife laws. But hey, again, this is me rambling as I try and figure out what my smoothest option to open this dang box is. Currently, I'm feeling like, you know, destroying the box is generally a good idea, right? Budget. Alright, well, we got it kind of open. Now let's start to see what we can pull out of it. Alright, boom. This sure looks like an Indian club. This way. Little note, if you're ever having to unbox Indian clubs, if you go on if they're bubble wrapped, open up the wider side. Even if that's not how it was packaged, open up the wider side, because then the club just slips right out, y'all. A pow! Ooh, interesting. Oh, very interesting. Okay, cool. So, first antique club that's pulled out. 1 pound pin. So this is the set that I thought was coming, but this is so interesting. Look at this. There's like a flat part on the pommel. It looks like it was purposely ground almost. Like it was definitely sanded. Maybe a trunk broke off and then they sanded it, because there are some other repairs, and this is cool. So there is a crack through here, which is hella common in antique clubs, unfortunately. Of course, though, that's a weak point. Of course, that's where it is. But I don't know if we can see it on camera. There are some pins in there. Now these look, there's 2 of them, or maybe just one at a weird angle, but they look to be, no, it's definitely 2. And they look to be like handmade brass tacks. So these are fairly old, and the repair is old too, which is super cool. So that means that, yeah, these did have them. There was a fault, there was a crack a long time ago. Someone patched it together, essentially, and hey, they're still around. And in theory, of course, then still swingable. That video will come later. Alright, club number 2. This should be its brother or sister, however you want to phrase it, the match to that club. Okay, cool. So there is a bit of a maker mark. These are 1 pound. Ooh, I can't quite make out the maker's mark. I'm going to have to try a little harder when I have a little bit more time. The only faults in this one, of course, there's some cracks along the grain. It looks like there was a knot that was in this wood, and it's kind of cracked around that knot a little bit. But other than that, beautiful. There's a little dent, a little divot, a little ding. That's one of the reasons I love antique clubs. There's just so much history to them. But I'm going to try and figure out what the maker's mark says. Maybe the other set in here will let it go. But before that, let's take a look at this. So this is not an Indian club. Very common thing for Indian club manufacturers back in the day, of course, would be to make all sorts of fitness equipment. So, ta-da, little 1 pound dumbbell. It feels about 1 pound. I don't see any mark on it, but it is a fairly common design. For example, again, this is the one that I just pulled out of the box. This is a one that I've had for a while. This one does have the maker's mark on it of Wilson, I think these ones are. Yeah, these are from Wilson, these ones. Like the basketball brand, the volleyball brand, Wilson, like that Wilson. So these are like the exact same design, the double line, the same ergonomic handle. So these very well could be Wilson as well. Maybe the other one, they came in a pair, will let me know. It also does not have a mark. Now, because they don't have marks, maybe they are not Wilson, because, of course, the Wilson ones that I have do have a mark, so they might not be Wilson, but they might also be Wilson. Who knows? Okay, now for the real reason I bought this lot. The larger set of clubs. So this was a large lot. It had 2 pairs of the lighter clubs, the 2 dumbbells, and then these 2 heavier clubs as well. So classic pin design. This one has a very readable maker mark. It says Royal on it, but is a different looking maker mark than this other pin. But it definitely says Royal in the middle as well. Okay, cool. So these are Royal clubs. This sucker is 3 pounds. 3 pounds. So that's 1 pound heavier than the club I swung. The set of clubs I swung for 2 hours. Or sorry, 12 hours. Haha, I sound myself way short. 12 hours. Very excited to swing those. Look how big they are. That is crazy. That is a big club. There's no main marks on it. I love looking at these old clubs and checking out the pommels specifically though, because I love how worn they are in the mid. Like you can tell people really put that pinky on there and weren't hugely prevalent in the knob swinging back in the day. If you look at the pommels, a lot of them have a worn strip right in the middle, and they'll actually still have paint at the very bottom or top of the pommel, depending on your perspective, as well as the other side. This one, for example, is like that. Both of those show significant wear and tear around that pommel. So very cool historic evidence of the way clubs were held, and should still be held as far as I'm concerned. All right, so this is the other of the Royal 3 pound clubs. There is some bumps and bruises, but no structural issues. Got that same wear and tear on the pommel. Beautiful. Beautiful little lot I found on eBay. Thank you, eBay. I have limits for what I purchase on eBay. Of course, I have a dollar amount. These fell within the dollar amount, which really surprised me. eBay can be really hit or miss when it comes to Indian clubs, because sometimes you'll get people who have no idea what they have. And because of that, you can get a good set of clubs for like $10, up to like $100 is generally a good price range to find them in on eBay. Now, of course, there are other people who the Indian club has become a piece of Americana folk art specifically. So if there are people who are searching for it in the folk art aspect or selling it from a folk art perspective, especially if the club has a little bit of design features on it, we can see the clubs just skyrocket in price. So for example, I recently got a pair of H.H. Kife clubs. They're 2 pound clubs. They're the ones I used in my 12-hour set. They came with a 1 pound H.H. Kife club as well. Now, all 3 combined were under $100 Canadian, including shipping. So that's like, it came out to like $70 US or something like that. Like it was a very, very good price. Right now on eBay, or at least at the time of this recording, there is a 1 pound H.H. Kife club, which I really badly want so I can have the matching pair, but it's been painted and it's being presented as a piece of that Americana folk art. So it by itself is about $200 US. So not gonna get that club. So yes, do I recommend eBay? Hell yeah, but watch for the deals. They pop up very, very frequently. Heck, sometimes you can even get like the new clubs for a good price. For example, I recently saw a pair of Onnit wood clubs on there for sale at a real good price. And you can, yeah, they get hawked a lot. Big thing if you're shopping on eBay: 1, know what you're looking for. 2, know how to distinguish a modern club from an antique club. And 3, know what your price limit is. That's all I can give you. Set a price limit, y'all. Otherwise, you might end up losing an arm and a leg. But I lucked out. I got a killer lot for a really good price, and beautiful clubs. Cannot wait to swing these, especially this 3-pound set, and get some training in with those. So thank you very much for watching this unboxing of these antique clubs. You want a pair like this? Too dang bad, y'all. One of a kind. That's the joy of antiques. But maybe eBay will help you out. That's what I got for you this time. I'll see you again in person and online. Much love, Frank and fam. Talk soon.